Broadcasting fans, this is Marley coming to you from Auto Club Speedway, Tron's home track, who's also in the booth for this setup giveaway. Got a copy there, brother?
This.
Woo!
Oh yeah, yep. Left Turn Broadcasting. We are doing it live in the Auto Club Speedway. It's down the street, man. This is one awesome track right here. You're looking at a 2-mile low bank D-shaped oval speedway. You're right there next to Fontana, California. It's just an awesome track all the way through and through. You see, multiple groups, lots of space to race, if you will. You'll see the 3 and 4 wide, spanning spread when it comes to the one, going into 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, of course, the same. You'll see a good 3 wide there. I mean, just an awesome racetrack all the way through when it comes to racing.
Definitely, John. Definitely. This setup here, this is a 3 times tire wear setup. If you want to use it for 4 times wear, you want to maybe snug it up a little bit. For 2 or 1 times wear, then loosen up a little bit. But this is a full run setup. These are not qualifying setups that we give you. These are not 1 or 2 laps and then after that you're going to spin out. This is a full run setup, so you can run this thing. I mean, we
like to refer to these setups as your league setups.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
These are what you want to bring to the track on race day. Not only are they fast, but they're going to be consistent. You're going to have the control. You're going to have the stability. Note the stability. All right, this is going to enable you to maneuver the car in and around with that draft. I mean, there's so much air moving around in Auto Club. When you have all those hungry, hot rods, roaring around the track, inches from you, if not, contact, and having a stable car that, of course, with your tire wear is gonna, you're gonna get that equal tire wear as well.
Yeah, I got this thing. Yeah, I got this thing set up where you can run your full run on your fuel and still have about 30% left on your tires. So if you need to do a splash and dash or whatever, you still have that opportunity. And as you can see up in the right hand corner, in this test session, I have run a 38.724. I'm gonna try to get close to that here. I'm gonna start going right now, but these laps here at Auto Club, it's so crucial how you take your turn. You want to take a high arc into the turn and turn all the way down without touching that butter, as we like to call it. I guess here it's a white line, so I guess it's the Mayo-tron, but yeah, you gotta really arc that car in there and take the right entry into the turn. On this first lap, I'm going to just get those RPMs all spooled up and let Tron take it from here, or you guys could just watch this lap or 2.
I mean, and basically what you're going to look for when it comes to Auto Club in general, yes, it's those RPMs. Keeping that minimum is crucial in that run, and especially maintaining that draft. Once you fall out of that draft, that's luck to you. The thing is if you're flying down into one, let's go through the lap, you're flying down into 1, you're going to let off, you want to do a high arc, you want to actually get close to that wall. And the fastest way around it is there's multiple ways of driving that thing in, but there's a high arc where you let off your gas, let it roll a little bit, and then steady your gas, go on that thing kind of easy like, and then get into it. Get that car to stick, and you'll feel it stick going through the center. And as she sticks, you bring her out next to that wall. I mean, you bring her out good, bring her out easy, and keep those RPMs up until sprint on that back stretch.
Yeah, our first lap, Tron, was a 38.871, which is a great lap here.
That's amazing.
And I mean, this is no draft. This is just running by myself. That last turn there, I definitely missed a turn because I'm talking, but I went way high. But this is a this is a very fast. It's a great setup, and I mean, as you notice there, if you hit the turns right, you can go full throttle. You do not need to brake. now in the long run, you're going to want to let off going into these turns, try to conserve that tire wear, as you see me doing there, and it allows you to keep this car down towards the bottom of the track and then arc your way back out towards that wall. But yeah, unfortunately on that first lap there, or second lap I should say, I definitely screwed up the turn. But they seen on the first lap how to run it and how you want to take those turns so you can hit them fast laps, and yeah, I ran that 38.8 for these guys, and that's really fast running by yourself. I believe all time is somewhere in the 38.5s, I believe. Right. 38.4, somewhere in that range.
And what we're gonna do here, then this will be in the segment 2 here of Auto Club, is we'll demonstrate the lap times in a draft, and both Marley and I will get out there and we'll line up just with a 2-car draft, and we'll show you the difference and what speeds that these cars are capable of when it comes to just sharing that airplane. So give you good insight on how these cars operate, and I think it's going to help tremendously when it comes to your league efforts and just getting it done on track, having that stable, fast car, and then hopefully making the right choices in and out of pit road. You'll be able to get something done and take home some of the victories.
Yeah, and you guys watching, you know that this is now NASCAR Heat 5. It just came out on the 7th. We are now coming to 4 days old on this game. I am transferring over setups from Heat 4. They are not just plug and play for me. I've had to adjust them, and I'm actually getting faster on Heat 5. I cut off about 0.2 of a second on each setup that I'm putting in here, and I mean, this thing, I was running about 39 flats over on Heat 4. I adjusted and adjusted and adjusted, and I ran a perfect lap there, and you've seen that 38.7 by myself without the draft. So these cars are getting faster and faster, and I don't sugarcoat anything when it comes to giving setups out at Left Turn Broadcasting here. We give you exactly what we are running. We do not change anything. We give you exactly what we are running, and I'm in front row racing. These are my front row setups. All the other leagues that we broadcast and stuff, we can keep right up with them. So
yeah, but here's the point behind this is that you still have to nail the line. All right, you still have to nail the consistency.
yeah.
You still have to drive, man.
Right.
These cars ain't gonna win themselves. So here's the whole thing here's the thing behind these setups and giving them away, is that it's gonna create everyone to be on a similar, fast, stable ground where now we can maneuver around each other, as opposed to people just missing it totally on their setups, pushing hard and wrecking the race. It's just, and it's not due to their ill driving. It's just they missed it on the setup. So of course, adjust this to your liking, and rest.
Oh yeah, and get like what Tron's saying. We are always trying to help everybody out. Get with us, and you can look up any of us. Send us a friend request on PSN, whatever you want to do, and get with us. We run all the time, every night, just racing for fun. And I mean, we got no problem teaching, helping out, helping you with setups, whatever your needs are, as far as say you're having issues coming out of the turn or going into a turn or whichever. We can help you out and point you in the right direction as far as that. But as you can see, this setup's been up here for a little bit here for you guys to kind of take this in and plug it in and into your game. And you can see I'm running a little bit high on the bumps, 5.7s and then reverse 7.5s. That is to counteract my front sway bar that is up way high, which helps on my stability, because a lot of people have trouble at Auto Club after about 5 or 6 laps coming off the turn. They want to the car wants to keep over rotating and spin out on you. Having that sway bar up so high, I believe it's 16, yep, I'm looking at it right now, 1.675. That is because I have those track bars up way high. 15 on my left track bar, and my right track bar is at 13.5. The wedge is at 52, which is a nice, good, even number. While you're racing, you can adjust that, like I said earlier, whether you're at 4 times wear or less than 3 times wear, which this is a 3 times wear setup. You notice that the left front spring is all the way stiff at 1200, and then my right front spring I got down at about 120. That helps with your turn into the corners. You got that lower right spring, it really bites the car. You feel the car rotate, you know, kind of roll into the turn a little bit, and that causes that forward bite that allows you to just be able to turn down in the turn a lot better than if you had both those springs up at 1200 like a lot of people like to do. You know, it just helps with the stability of the car, having a little bit of a spring difference there and a softer right spring. As far as the tires,
and maximize your tire wear. Just me go into that.
Oh yeah, definitely. As far as the tires go, you see I got my right sides both the same. A lot of setups you'll see me run a little bit lower on my right rear pressure. Kind of help with the rear end of the car wanting to step out, but because I have that sway bar up so high, I'm actually able to keep my pressures the same, and jacking up that left rear tire by 1 pound versus the left rear tire, lifting it up 1 pound versus the left front tire, it allows, on the shorter run the car's looser, but over the long run it actually tightens the car up. It's definitely an advantage as far as short run speed and being able to have that long run speed as well, because it keeps that car stable throughout your run. As far as the other things you see on NASCAR Heat 5, the 4th gear is blocked out. They keep that thing right at 1. That is to help with people doing, you know, fuel strategies and whatnot. I still like my own gears. I feel like I have maximized the gears as far as these tracks, you know, coming from NASCAR Heat 4 over to Heat 5. So I like to run a lot of 3-gear setups. Now I've noticed personally myself, as the run goes along, you'll notice that your speed, like I always watch when I cross the start finish line, that speed will drop as the run goes on, as your tires wear. You can always kick now to that 4th gear, and it adds a little bit more RPM, and it makes up for that. And I was just practicing here at Auto Club and put in a ton of laps before I showed you guys this setup. You know, just trying to maximize it and get it the best I can before I gave it out. And by halfway through my run, by kicking up to that 4th gear, it actually kept my lap times, because it's just a tick higher, so your RPMs are higher. It kept my lap times really close together, and by the end of my run, so I started out at like 38.7, 38.8. By the end of my run, I was still running 39.8, so I only fell off 1 second over 15 laps at 3 times wear, which is excellent.
That's being at that higher RPM, or just a tick higher RPM, is allowing the car to torque and grip differently, especially on rotating through and out. So again, that is you're maximizing the tire wear with just your gear combo alone with around the lower RPM.
Yes.
Like I said.
As far as front weight and whatnot, this one is sitting at 51.7. It's front weight is a very tricky. It's probably the most tricky part about the setup. I mean, to be honest, Tron, I think 51.7 is a pretty good number. See, the lower that front weight is, the easier you're going to get into the turn. Or I'm sorry, the the better the car is going to be coming off the turn, where, you know, as like a whole going, you know, the turn in general, the lower that number is, the better it's going to turn. However, if you do a higher front weight, the car is going to turn into the turn like without any effort. It's gonna just turn right in, but then coming off the turn, it's gonna push like crazy. So it's, you got to find that sweet spot, and 51.7 seems to be it for me right here at Auto Club.
I'm looking over right now. I'm looking over the you know, the setup, you know, for E4, and you know, we're seeing the identical front weights there. You know, wedges is pretty much spot on. You know, it basically the tweak that was done was in the shock settings and front sways
And track
and
bars.
Yeah.
And the rear end ratio. I went to town on this thing, baby.
And the right spring.
Yep.
Yeah, so a lot of...
The only thing I didn't change, yeah, Tron, the only thing I didn't change from the Heat 4 setup was my tire pressure. Actually, no, I did change it. I went up on the left rear and stayed... I went up on the right rear as well, and made those two even. So yeah, no, this setup is completely different. Don't worry, brother, you can watch the video and you'll get it too.
But yeah, we'll demonstrate that part too with the drafting effect, and we'll go over more in detail into that one as well. So, yeah,
oh yeah. And this is Tron. This is only setup number 2. We did Atlanta earlier today, and now we just did Auto Club, and we're gonna be throwing Bristol at you next. And we're just gonna go through these setups alphabetical order and just throw them all at you until you got them all. And we're gonna make you guys fast everywhere and make this game fun for everyone. So that's the whole point of this.
Oh wait, so that means I'm giving out my Phoenix, I assume.
I believe so, brother.
Oh, wait till we get to that one.
Yeah.
I got a screamer there, and most all y'all know it. So,
well, we got a ways to go till we get to I, brother.
Yeah, but this is the top secret setup that no one has. So Marley might actually end up getting this one here prior to
yeah, I think we're gonna give that thing out after the front row race.
Yeah, I was saying, if you have that race coming up,
we're in the playoffs, baby. Come on.
Alright, let's get to the next one.
But yeah, definitely. We talked to you guys enough. We're probably boring you, but hope everything.
Subscribe.
Yeah, definitely like and subscribe.
Please.
Definitely hit that subscribe button. We got a ton of setups coming at you, and racing all week long. League races, cash races, iRacing, everything. We got everything coming at you, and you know, definitely like and subscribe. So there's a lot more than just setups that we do here at Left Turn Broadcasting, and hoping that we can help you guys out. That's what this is for. We're trying to get it, make this.
And it's really for that whole keep it pointed the right direction. All right, folks?
Yeah. We want to get everybody fast. Everybody. You plug these setups in, and you can go into any public lobby and just whoop up on the competition. Easy.
We'll figure it out. We're getting to the next one.
We're not.
Let's go to work.
All right. You kicking me out or what?
Yeah, let's go get to Bristol.
All right. Let's get it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, as always.